I'm good. How are you?
I'm good, thanks.
Happy Wednesday.
Happy, happy. Let's do it.
The first day I've got two girls, but my youngest went back to school today. So it
Mm.
was a frickin' drama this morning because we had to get up early and we haven't had to get up early for like 10 days.
Oh,
So it
wow.
was a struggle of hell. Anyway, how are you? Thank you for last night's call. I know that I've been very quiet on your community, but was trying to also like get out of my, I'll give you a quick breakdown. So I left my toxic work environment, my toxic job at the end of March. And that's why I went to Mauritius because I was like, fuck it.
Reset.
I need a break. I need a reset. I need everything. And yeah, I had a bit of drama in Mauritius because the chickie that did our booking only booked one room. Anyway, I'm not going to get into all of that. But yeah, so I'll just I'll tell you where I'm at in terms of community and all that kind of jazz. So I am part of, I've got Legacy, but I've kind of like left Legacy because then I joined DMS sort of
Mm.
October last year, right? And I then also joined Lazal's Build With You,
Okay.
which, you know, all the stuff on there, okay? But I literally am, like, I think I've said this to you before, like, I'm literally like, you have to tell me, like, Trish, copy this, paste it here. And I still hadn't quite found like where my niche was in terms of like Lizelle had said to me, do the I'd come up with digital marketing for dummies. You remember, I don't know how old you are, but like years ago, we used to have those like yellow books where it was like computers for dummies. It was these yellow books that you could get from CNA, which is now a PNA, but like you could get all these books or whatever. And then I was like, no, it's not like sitting with me, right?
Mm.
So I went live a couple of times and whatnot, and I started like realizing that I'm a supporter. And because I've been in sales and media and marketing and advertising for like 30 years, what I was finding is that I was guiding people on coming up with digital products, like explaining to people that you are a digital product. And that's how I eventually got into that's my niche. Like that's what I need to focus on. So your end result, your end thing is selling the program, right? But to educate people that even as a beginner, your life and your experience is a digital product. Am I
Yes.
explaining myself
Mm.
correctly?
Yeah. No, I get that. So your community
And
is,
I've had like a lot of people, like even my yeah, so even a lot of my, because I've obviously got a lot of media people that have been like seeing me now all over. My niche is more like your what should I say? My platform is more Facebook and Insta. I'm using TikTok as like a nice to have if you want to say it like that. So I was actually on live. I did a live quickly now at 9 o'clock before your call. Um, I'd sent everything through to Zanel to because the Build With You program has also got like I can add, it's got a lot more funnels. So like with System IO, I don't have to go and take out the $17, right? But then when you were talking about your community, like I'd much rather be punting my community and come in and like my live this morning, I was talking about even if you're in in a program already make contact with me because we can come up with ideas. Like I'm quite creative. So, and one of the girls who's in DMS, she was like, I'm definitely going to contact you because she's like, I'm so frustrated with the DMS program because she's not able to sell it. So I said to her, you now need to think out the box. Let's do a one-on-one call. And that's where my community, like even Cecilia said to me, Trish, you need to start a community like ASAP because I can get people then into the community and we can have the one. I've had like one-on-one calls where I'm going to just say it like I should be charging and I'm not. So I'm giving all this free advice out and I could be making money, even if it's $27. Or I actually went on to my secret sales weapon and I said to her, like, what could I be charging for this type of guidance and these type of ideas? And she's like, between like 50 and $100. And I'm like, I'm sitting on money here that I could be making. So,
Mm.
community. I've
Yeah.
got logos, I've got info. How do I do this? Tell me, Larushka.
So tell me first, are you creating your own product in Build With You?
So, what I've done is I've done so exactly, no, not at this stage, but my product is going to be supporting taking your life experiences and turning it into a digital product. And then
Right.
my end sort
Then
of
you're
like
gonna
thing
give
is
them
obviously,
the how to, the click here, click there. Are you gonna give them that?
yeah, I'm going to give
Right.
them that. But I think what's the last couple of weeks, what's been standing out for me is the guidance of not focusing on on the program. So not your my end result is to sell them the DMS program, right? That's my high ticket item at this stage. But my thing is the guidance of how do you come up with a digital product? How do you guide people in recognizing that their life experience is a digital product? And once we've got to that stage, then to then bring in the DMS to say, now this is how you host yourself, this is how you set up your website, this is how you do your domain, blah, 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 blah. Does that make sense? So
Yeah.
in terms of community, what I'm thinking is like more of like a supporter. So I'm not going to be giving out like motivational things and that kind of thing. It's really going to be, you can, if you've come up with an idea, so let's say you come onto my community and you go, I just thought of creating a little ebook for home hacks. What do you think? And then get the community. Then they can book a one-on-one call with me if they're completely blind or a complete beginner going, I have no idea. So I'll give you an example. I had my one lady who bought the DMS starter from me, and she's a retired teacher. Okay. So anyway, so I get onto a call with her and she's like, I don't have a digital product. I said to her, and I've been trying to get her to connect with you because she needs your I've done it. Okay, I'm a bit all over the place. Anyway, so I said to her, "You're a retired teacher in KZN." I said to her, "How many students come to you and ask you for prelim advice on exams and then grade 12 advice, like what the questions are going to be?" She's
Yeah.
like, "All the time." So I said,
All the time.
"Open
Where's
Canva,
the money?
make a document, do a template, do it all like teacher vibe or RT vibe or whatever, whatever. Put it onto your website and sell it for like, I don't know, 12, $14. It's all linked to," and she was like, "Oh my God, like I haven't thought about that." I said, "Okay, now that's one side of it. What else do you do?" So she's like, "I teach art um to make extra money." So I said, "So okay, so go and
Oh, she can have
everything
a
about
school
art." I said,
community for that.
"Right."
She needs
So
it.
then I
She
said to
needs a
her,
community.
but that's okay. So that's been my fucking frustration. And I know you're recording, but like, I do swear a lot. Um, I was just like, you're sitting on freaking money here that she doesn't even realize. Anyway, so I use my secret sales weapon, all right? I've called her Clara, and I said to her, okay, Clara, let's help this chicken Miniki down in KZN because she doesn't know what she's doing with she tried to redo her whole, she was like, I don't want to sell the program. I'm like, cool. Then you don't need to. You can have that as like a nice to have, right? She's like, oh, I've wasted my money. I'm going to contact Lizelle and I'm going to ask for my money back and whatever. So I go into a bit of a panic. I'm so glad you have. I go into a bit of a panic because I'm like, fuck. But then she was harassing me, like, not harassing me, but she was like on WhatsApp every fucking 5 minutes, okay? Where she's like, I don't know where the website is. And I was like, Colleen, have you done the training? Have you gone into each module? Have you done like from start to da, 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 da? She's like, no. So I get my secret sales weapon to do her art logo. So I came up with a name. It's called createwithcole.com. I came up with a logo for her. I emailed her all of this stuff. I emailed her content. I said to my secret sales weapon, let's just help this lady because she thinks she's been scammed. She's like, she's not doing the training, she's not doing anything, whatever. So we come up with this whole thing. I email her. I keep checking on the community. She hasn't been active for like 29 days. So I send her a WhatsApp and I say to her, Colleen, are you okay? Like, she's like, I still don't understand. I was like, but then let's get onto a call. I said, contact Larushka. She's got a whole I said, I've sent you everything. I said, if you get onto a call with Larushka, she will literally take everything that I've emailed you and she'll put it onto your website for you, like within probably 5 minutes, 10 minutes. So then I went back onto my secret sales rep and she's like, Trish, you know what? Because you didn't charge her, because I still said to her, I should be charging you for
Yeah, because she
this
literally
stuff.
did the work for her. You
I
did the
did
effort that
fucking
she was
everything for
supposed to
her.
put in. That was literally her job. But people, yeah, it's a mindset thing, and coming out of the real world into the digital world, it's an adjustment. We don't, not everybody snaps it instantly, and then because it's so confusing and because there's so much information, it takes a while to sink in.
Mm.
But yeah, if she's not going to show up for the thing, it's never going to sink in. It's really
No,
never.
and like she kept on saying to me, yeah, and my daughter and my son-in-law have told me that I've been scammed and it was a lot of money because she bought the starter. I'm like, but you're not understanding that the end product is not about just reselling the course. That's like a bonus. When your friends and whoever you speak to, and she's like, yeah, no, I don't want to show my
So where
face,
did
that's
you
fine.
learn to do this? There, I learned it there.
Correct.
That's how that works.
Correct.
That's a very unfailable strategy. If you created your own product, a lot of people are looking at that in awe, like how, like where,
Mm.
it, say more things. And then you can say,
Yeah.
okay, I learned it there. But if you just go like, oh, this project teaches you this and this and this, and you've done fuck all, what are you
Yeah.
talking about? You have nothing to say
Exactly.
because you've done nothing. So the program has done nothing for you because you have not taken any action.
Yeah.
Um,
So
yeah,
now, so my idea with the community, because like I said, I had a lot of people, because I've been in media for so long, okay, I've got a lot of followers that are now saying to me, Trisha, we want to know what you're doing. Like, what are you doing? So I want to try and invite them to the community, to my community, okay, so that I can talk to them. Because like a lot of them are WhatsApping me. I always like change my status. I'm more active on Facebook and Insta. TikTok has been driving me crazy, but like I know that there's money to be made on TikTok, but I just
and the way
yeah.
how you're going to do
So
it is you're going to invite these people into the community. And as you're working with somebody or doing a call with them, you kind of have a case study. And then you can post about it. You can post the replay or whatever, and you can say, or you don't even have to post the replay. You can just talk about the call and what you took them through and where the light bulb went on and um what is the process that you took them through. If you share those kinds of things in the community, then other people see it and they're like, oh wow, that's value. I also want that, or it sparks an idea for them and
yeah.
they're going to be like, oh, I have this idea and now I don't know how to implement it, and then they're going to come to you. So yeah,
Well, that's
that's
exactly what
to not
that's
give
what
away
happened on
too
my live
much.
this morning.
Just make
So
it
there was
it
a
can
chickie
help.
on my live. Yeah, she's on DMS. And as I was talking, she was like, I'm deaf. She's like, I'm so frustrated. She said in the comments, I'm so frustrated because I can't sell the program. But you've given me ideas of, she's like, I'm definitely going to contact you. So I was saying, like, it doesn't matter what program you're in, if you, because I've obviously still got legacy like in the background, but I'm pushing more of the DMS. But my niche now is definitely so I've called, I don't know if I can show, I mean, I've done logos, I've done
So
everything.
basically, your market is going to be people who invested in done for you programs and they not getting actually in there what they wanting to do.
No,
And
even
they wanted
before
to create
that.
their own product. They wanted to do something else and they invested in this thing because they thought it was going to help them.
So even before that, I want even people that haven't invested yet
But that
to
does
be
not
able to come into the
know. Okay.
pardon? Yeah.
Okay.
So even
Okay.
before they've even invested in the program, they can come into the community. They can see like what here's some ideas for today. Here's some creative ideas. Here's some home hacks. Here's some children's things. Here's some emotional things. Like if you're going through a depression, come up with all those. So I would basically take, you know how Lizelle, I think on her workshops or whatever, she always sends that list, that 200 content, well, what is it?
Digital product ideas. I created that.
Digital product ideas. So to take that, break it down, right? Now my question is, do I break those 200 ideas down, right? Because a lot of the people in my email lists, and for whatever reason, I'm getting a lot more. people that are like contacting me via WhatsApp than actually coming into my email list, is to then get them into the community
Mm.
and then break down her 200 ideas into smaller templates to say, like, here's a template today, here's some ideas today, and then ask the
Yeah,
questions
instead
like,
of
what
not just the
idea?
idea, give a little bit of a breakdown. That is awesome. Because really the
Does
idea
that sound like
isn't really helpful.
no? Because each person's life experience is different. So
Mm.
you could be going through trauma, and I'm going like, oh, happy days today, and you're like, okay, I'm not connecting with this chick.
Yeah.
So do you think my idea is like justifiable? Like, is it
Mm.
something that would work? Because just from my couple of lives that I've done over the past month, people are like really like the first thing I say, especially for those fucking chachas that come onto your live, they're like scam, scam, scam. I have a lot of other digital marketers that are like, we didn't even think about that.
Mm.
And where I want to try and make that money because now I'm not working, so this needs to work for me. And that's why I invested in the Build With You with Lizelle. And I need to get that up and running now that I've got more time. But my experience and the creativity out of me is going to help somebody go, hold on a minute. I'm also a single mom. I'm also in a toxic job. I also have this life experience that I can now
Mm.
do
And
as
you're
a
taking
digital
them out
product.
of that noise and you're bringing them into a psychological safe space where you can educate them on things. And with that education, you build trust so fast, so fast. And also having a
Okay, so how do
community that also gives you
I
nice
actually said, I mentioned on my live as well this morning saying, community, my community is busy being processed and there'll be a community soon and all of that. So
yeah, I love
A,
that
I
you
need
already
help
start
on
talking
how
about.
to, yeah, so I've started talking about it, right? Then my next question is, I mean, we all know Latasha has done like amazing. I think she's the most amazing, like she's done amazing stuff, Latasha, okay, deploy. Now she's got a beacon store, okay? So what I want to ask you as well is how do I change that the link that you see on, so mine is obviously digitaldmsmom.com, but that when you go into that link, that it takes you to my community. So that when people, so it's not necessarily just showing you the DMS products. So my link goes straight to a video because I'm a video person. Okay. So I changed my templates. As you click on my link, it goes straight to my video, right? Then
Oh,
then
so you
I
have
say
a
who I
video on a
am.
capture page.
Correct.
Okay, cool.
Just saying like, hey, welcome. I'm Trish. You obviously saw me on social, one of the platforms, blah, 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 blah. Because like that's my
Mm.
personality. When you yeah, I'm not like I don't want to read like then I took some of
Yeah.
the results things out because there were too many. And then I also then on my thank you, so once your email has been put in, then my thank you page is another video of me going, I know that you're probably feeling overwhelmed. So again, it's a video of me. Okay. So I've moved away from like
Mm.
Lizelle's video, all of that. So I changed all of that. So it's very much me. But now I want to invite people that to come into the community because now this is where we're going to build ideas. This is where we're going to create ideas. We're going to look at your life. You're going to be able to book one-on-one with me that I get to then charge for because I need to start making freaking money here. Um, because I've been giving out all this advice for free because I
Mm.
don't have a platform to charge for like one-on-ones and stuff.
Yeah, and school makes it just so easy with the low transaction fees and everything. So what you can do is now, once somebody has opted in, right, you could probably maybe that second video that they see on the thank you page, you could maybe redo that video and just mention there to join the community. And then in the email that they receive, that first email, you can give them the link to join the community. And
Okay.
you can
So
use you
redo the
can even
second
use the
video.
community as a lead magnet because all the value is in the community, right? So you use the
Yeah.
community as the lead magnet.
So but now I don't have a lot of people that are like putting their email address in. So I'm getting a lot of views. When I look at my stats, my opt-in views are there. Or like just this last
And
week,
flip
it's
that
quite
too.
low.
You can take out the capture page and rather put your school link. in the bio. If you,
That's what I'm
I
that's what
don't know
I'm
if you watch
thinking.
school news. Are you watching that?
No.
So every week there's an episode that Sam Ovens and Kirby do. And then every week they
Okay.
show like School of the Week. And School of the Week is always people using link in bio, school link to school. Link in bio to school. Like that's it. YouTube,
Okay.
Instagram, everywhere people are just putting their school link in their bio.
Well,
Then
that's what
you
I
get
technically
straight
want to
into the
do.
ecosystem, but then you have to have a solid onboarding. But it's easier with community because you could set up a automated message. And then you can see if somebody comes in, you set up a onboarding process that they have to go through. And if you see in 24 to 48 hours somebody has not done the onboarding, you could maybe reach out to them again and get them active. Because if you don't get them active within the first 48 hours, then they
You
might
lost
be
them.
lost unless it's people from school. If it's on platform people, they are very good schoolers. But if it's off platform people, you kind of have to coach them how to school.
And
And
if they don't have the school app, they've got to download that app in order to get into my school community, right?
mm.
Yeah. You see, because even my leads that I've currently got,
But
like
it
I've been
goes
sending,
straight to your about page. It won't be like sign up for school. It would go, sorry that I have to cut in there, but it goes straight to your about page. And then when you want to join, it would let you ask email address, what, and it would let you sign up. So it won't be like a friction where now they're feeling like, oh no, I'm in the wrong place. I need to sign up for a thing. Like it would be familiar.
okay, so how do you do that?
What do you mean?
So would I need to set up all of that in my school page?
So you would,
Or would it go by
so let me share my screen. Actually, what am I sharing now? No idea what I'm sharing. Let me go. Can you see my screen?
yeah.
Okay. So all I do is I put this about page link. So this is what I put on the thing. And then if somebody comes, they would be on this page. If they don't have school, then here at the top, it would say a sign up button.
Okay.
Actually, I wonder if we can do this in incognito mode. How does that work? I never use that function. Um, why am I not seeing it now? AI mode, incognito, right at the top. See? And there's no friction. I'm not logged in, but if I
Yeah.
say join group, then it lets me sign up. So it's so frictionless. I love that.
Yeah. Okay.
And I mean, this
And
doesn't
then at the bottom where it says already have an account, then you log in. But if you don't have an account, if they put their first, last name, and their email, then it will automatically log them into my school community.
well, if they already have the app on their phone, if they click on the link, they would go to their app and they would join.
And
Then
if they don't have the app, it will still allow them to come into my community.
if they don't know that school exists and they click on the link,
Yeah.
then it would still come to this page and then they would click on join group and then they would see the sign up page. And if
Okay.
they realize, oh, I already have school, this is on school, then they would click on login if they are in a different browser than they usually are.
Yeah.
And then the only thing you have to tweak is your about page because this is now kind of your capture page, right? This is where people decide, am I going in or not?
Okay.
So for this, I recommend to add a thumbnail on your about page instead of a video.
Okay.
Unless you have an offer which is like $99 plus, then it would probably be a good idea to put a VSL so that because people would want to know like what are they paying for and they would want to know from you. But if it's a free community, I don't think a video is necessary. You can always test it, but based on the coaching
Yeah,
that
at this stage it will be a free
they don't
it will
recommend
be a
that.
free community. Yeah.
Yeah, and then with this there's a structure. So let me just show you what this course actually looked like. Wait, let me get out of this. Why are we in incognito still? Okay, so inside the course, basically how I have this structured is with the start here, I give a prep sheet, a three-phase launch, and a prompt, ecosystem prompt. So this prompt, if you just copy and paste it and you plug it into ChatGPT, you can have a nice back and forth conversation and see what's the best ecosystem you can come up with. Instead of just an idea, like think about the whole bigger picture. Right?
Yeah.
So I think this prompt is going to help to just have a little chat back and forth. And then the three-phase launch, it's also, I made it super simple. This is nothing to overwhelm a person, that it's literally just three steps. And it is just, you need to understand who the community is for and what is the transformation that it offers, which is digital marketing 101. And then
Yeah.
it needs to be obviously super specific, otherwise that doesn't work. We've learned that also in digital marketing. And then define the unique reason to join. So this is now what I've shown, like those bullet points of what do you get when you get inside the community. But yeah, and then after that, it is where you do not open the doors yet. You first start talking about it. Like you've already started telling people now, hey, there's a community on the way. So you're already getting them excited, building that anticipation and building a list. But with community, when you launch a community, I highly recommend to not try and build a list the digital marketing way with a funnel, because you're going to lose the majority of the people. If you
Yeah.
if somebody says they want to be part of the community, put their name on it, write it down. So that when you do launch a community, you can reach out to them personally and invite them personally. People do like that personal connection and to be
Yeah.
invited by you, right? So then once you have, say, a list of 100 people that you can invite, then okay, you can like 3 days before, you can really warm it up, like, hey, 2 more days, 1 more day. And then once it gets there, you will send them, and you can also even add a little bit urgency with it. Like, hey, the community is live, be first, right? And then they get there and they're number 70, but they won't care. They would still go there quicker if you tell them, be first,
Yeah.
right? And then once you have now your list, you'll just invite the people and you will open the door. So that is literally all the launch is. It's just preparing, knowing who it's for, building a list, and then inviting the people personally so that you have a good group to start with. Then the
Okay.
onboarding process, this is one of the only things you need ready to start your community. You don't have to have a product in there. You don't have to have anything. I actually recommend to not build out the whole community before you let people in. It would be great if you just have your welcome post, which is the first post that you post in the community before you let anybody in, and you pin that, letting them know what the community is about and what they can expect. And then you want a start here section, just the onboarding, super simple. The easier you can make it for people, the more likely they are to participate. And it shouldn't be a long thing. I would say 2, 3 steps maximum, and then give them a reward at the end. So if they now did this, then you could maybe like on level 2, you unlock this thing. And to get to level 2, you have to do this thing first. So you kind of gamify it
Yeah.
and you make it step by step so that people don't get overwhelmed. Because if you get into a community and everything is unlocked, you are excited, you want to click on everything, you get information overload, which paralyzes you and you can't do anything. So that's why my
Yeah.
it's also set up like that, so that it unlocks at certain levels. It's a give and take. You will give a little engagement, you will take a little whatever I give you. So that's all you need. The onboarding process, the welcome post, and then you say you already have your logo and your banner. Um, so yeah, just this
Yeah.
image. This image. So this is the one that actually shows on the about page. So you can even add this and your about page photo. Oh no, this is not what goes on the about page. This is what goes on the discovery page. So when people are scrolling there, this is the main thing that they'll see before they click and see your about page. So you can even make this and your about page the same, because the about page, it's also recommended to have a photo of yourself on there. Like you can put what it's about, but for people to see who is the owner here. And
Okay.
I just lost my train of thought. Where was I going?
So you were saying the about page is going to have my picture.
Oh
So I've
yeah. Yeah.
got my picture, and then your tech confident community, that little logo that when you're discovering is just your logo.
Yeah, so that's all you need ready. It's just that logo, this thing here, and then your about page. That's all you need. And then you can get started, you can get people in, and you can kind of build it out with them.
Okay. And then what are the costs?
For the
What is the
community.
best? Yeah.
So I highly recommend going for the $99 plan because the transaction fees is the lowest in the world. It's only 2.9%. With a $9 community, the transaction fees is 10%. So then it kind of defeats the purpose to use the school payment. And then also with the $99 plan, they give you the metrics. They show you exactly where your traffic is coming from. Actually, I should have showed you that now first. With the $9 plan, you don't get that. So with this, and this is very cool, very, very cool. So you'll see if you have a $9,
Wow.
this is
Yeah.
all blurred out. But here you can literally see. And not only this, this is the signups. You can see the visitors, like where are people coming to look from.
Mm.
So this is also pretty good. Look at this Google. Like where would someone find me on Google? Like that's
Yeah.
so
That's
crazy.
so cool. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So this really makes it worth it to know where your things are coming from because then you can know where you need to double down. And then also the lowest transaction fees is the 2.9%. Those are the main differences. But now you also have different options of setting your community up, right? You said you want it free, but you can later make it a freemium community, which is the tiers. Then you can let people in for free when you have a good number and you heard from the community what they're willing to pay you for, then you add a premium. And then the people in premium would get access to that thing that they kept on asking for. And then as those people grow, you could then add on a VIP section as well. Or you could do the VIP could be a yearly, then you have monthly and yearly. I'm going to
Yeah.
now, when I up the tech conference course price, I'm actually going to add payment plans in. So then I'm going to use the premium function for the payment plan. So there's so many creative ways that you can use this. Um, Now for your calls, what are you thinking of charging people for a one-on-one call?
I don't know. I mean, what is the going rate?
Well, it depends who you're asking. Um, well, it depends. Like what do you feel is the value of the call? How much you feel is your time value? Actually, not the value of the call. How much do you think your time is worth for what you are
Well,
saying?
I don't know if it's worth like coming in lower in the beginning just to see what,
Up.
yeah. So almost like, like Serena did with her Ava bot. Like she did like a launch price, then she extended it a little bit, and now she's like up the price of Ava. So maybe to try and do something like that, where I mean, I don't know, what do people charge usually for like a one-on-one? What is like I don't want to be undercharging and I don't want to be overcharging. Like what is like the between amount?
Well, it really also depends where your audience
It
is.
also depends what the person's wanting. Like if they're just
Mm.
wanting to find out like what am I doing, that could be quite a simple call. But if it's somebody that's already in a program, like this lady that was on my live, she's already in DMS, but she wants me to sit with her and come up with some creative ideas of how she can come up with her own digital
For that,
product and put it
I
in.
would charge $97 if you're doing that thing, 97. And then maybe
And that would be for an hour call, right?
you could possibly put in there a free discovery call and you make it 10 minutes only. Then they can jump on a call with you, they can tell you what they want to talk about, and then you can pitch them. Okay, book the $97 call, then I'll help you with that.
So
And it's
yeah,
not
that's quite a
like,
cool idea. So 10 minutes as a free call, then an hour call would be 97. And if you did like a 30-minute, like 47.
I don't think you should give a 30-minute option because what if
Not.
you help somebody
Okay.
within 30 minutes?
True. Okay.
It's
I
always going
like
to
the
become
10 minutes
longer
too.
and you're going to feel angry because you're undercharging yourself because you're gonna wanna you're a giver. You wanna talk to the people and
Yeah,
you
yeah.
help them, so you're gonna stay on until the job's done.
Okay. Okay, so you think so $97 at this stage. It's still beginning, so like I don't want to.
You can make it even 47 if you don't want to do it too high. And then once your schedule is getting too full, then you could say like, "Hey, I am so in high demand now. We're doubling the price."
Yeah. And then I can obviously then send my link to my current leads that I've got um in my email list, right? And just see what the engagement is like on there. I did send
Yeah.
out a newsletter like before I went away, and I got nobody. I was like, "Do you want to book a call with me?" And like not one person responded. I was just
I've
like, "What the
also my
hell?"
email list. People don't book calls with me there. My lead magnet had literally a link in where you could book a call with me for free. I put a video in
Yeah.
there that I give them a walkthrough of my journey. And then I also give a button there to book a call. I put a button there to watch a webinar. Nobody ever booked a call through the email. Like
Yeah,
strangers,
I get
never.
like no emails back. I get no response. I get like I even the one newsletter that I sent out for one of the workshops. I think I'd done the time wrong. Like it was a 7 o'clock call, and I'd put in my thing a 6 o'clock, and not one person picked up that the time was different because no, I think I had one click on the link. I was just like, freaking hell. What I don't understand what's going on.
Oh my goodness.
Sometimes it's frustrating.
Okay,
Okay, so the $99 is the community, and is that per month?
yeah. Or you can take, they have an offer also, you can pay yearly and then you get 2 months
Yeah.
free. So I went with that option because
Okay, I'll have a look at that.
that's like $200 less.
Okay, I'll have a look at the yearly. I'll have a look at the yearly pricing then.
Okay. So I see I'm on the free Zoom. We're gonna cut off in 3 minutes. If you still
Okay.
want to talk, we can come back into the same link. That's not a problem. What I'm gonna do, I'm gonna give you access to the school course, right? You're gonna do the $99 plan, right?
Yeah, I think definitely.
Okay, yeah,
Definitely.
because the $99 plan, it's you get the course for free. If you take the $9
Yeah.
plan, then it's $97. But since you're going with that
Okay.
one, then I'm gonna give you access to the school course now, and then you can start going through that. Membership. And then in here, my affiliate link is also in here for you to sign
Okay.
up. Make money with school. There we go. Let me just
Okay, I'll work through that. And then how long does it usually take to get this like up and running?
quickly, you can do it now in 10 minutes because you already have the things ready. You just have to plug it in.
Okay.
And oh yeah, actually the thing that takes the longest is to build that list and to get the people interested in wanting to join. That is the main thing. So in
But
here,
you can have your community all set up and then you're just warming everybody.
mm, I would
Yeah.
recommend inviting everybody at the same time. Like get your list ready and then start shooting the messages out in one day so that everybody joins on one day. And then as they get in, make sure that the start year tells them, or the welcome post tells them to go to the start year and introduces themselves. Because also, if you've gotten them excited over 2 weeks and they got into the community, excited people like to talk about their excitement. So they're going to want to talk
Yeah.
about it as well. So in here, in
Okay.
the start year, you'll see sign up for community. Here is my link. Um, when you are ready to do that. So what I also do, I mean, I don't think it's really necessary also. I've done it now a couple of times and it's really not actually necessary, is to do it with somebody, the build. But there is really nothing to it. All you have to do is literally just click the settings button and plug in the things. And I've got all the videos in there step by step on how to do it and where goes what and why to do it that way.
Okay.
But if you get stuck on something, just let me know and then I can help you with that.
Okay. All right, cool. I'm gonna go and have a look at the training now quickly because I want to get this, like I need to get the ball rolling like as soon as possible.
Important, look at that about page structure that I put there because there's a different structure for a free community and for a paid community. So I give you the structure there, so it's going to make it easier for you to do that, to get
Okay.
that ready. Because the about page is
Okay.
not about your story, it's not about you at all. It's just about getting
At the
people in
back.
the community. What do they need to hear to go in?